go do this water change.
We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it.
Okay, we are here today to untangle Heit's hair. He's got, as I'm sure you guys have seen, a wonderful head of curly locks, but occasionally when he's doing his daily maintenance, we realize that he needs to, you know, have it combed through, because otherwise, you know, just washing it and shaking it will have it matted. So that's what I'm about to do, is detangle his hair. Do you have anything to say before we get started?
I was going to do a water change, but it appears to be raining.
We are finished.
It's wet.
It's still wet, but what I do is I just put it into some twists so that it's all combed out and in sections, and then he can just pull it apart with his fingers and do it in the awesome style that you see him normally wear.
I'm gonna just wear it like this.
In twists for today?
I don't know for how long. Could be a week.
I don't know. I didn't part it like
well,
for, you know, to do that. I just kind of did it to make sure that it was detangled. So anyway, we'll talk to you later.
So before, I had it all set up to the plumbing of the house, and it was in the garage, but you know that we moved, so now I have to do it in a temporary fashion, I guess you could call it. So what I do, I'll just explain what I do. I take this mechanism here, which is RODI. It filters the water. I hook one end up here. Maybe it'll stop raining by the time I have this hooked up. So this red here, this is wastewater. It can just go there. The filtered water comes out of here, stick it in this bucket, and that's how I get 5 gallons. It looks like it's going to keep raining, so I'll just pack this stuff back up and wait for the rain to go away. Maybe I can do it tomorrow. I don't want the rainwater to contaminate my filtered water, so that's why I'm not going to do it right now. That was fast. I didn't even have to do it. We'll see what happens. Did you get the email from?
No. What did it say?
Basically, the summer was slow and he didn't get any return from our services, supposedly. So he don't want to, basically he's ending the
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're
Our
fired.
our
contract with them.
consultation, yeah.
You're fired.
Okay.
You're
Well,
fired. You're fired.
so one of the things we do with our business is we consult with people, and
We do digital marketing and stuff like that.
right. And so, you know, if you have a small business or you're trying to increase your presence, if you're trying to market, essentially that's what we do. And so he came to us needing services. About how long have we been working with him?
I don't know, 6 months, 4 or 5 months.
4 or 5, maybe even 6 months. And so, you know, we made recommendations for him, and unfortunately, it didn't take long before we realized why he was having such trouble in the past.
Yeah, so he basically wanted to use the internet to get clients because it was mostly his business was operated the old school way, right? You know, door-to-door brochures. So he wanted to take that online and be able to get business from people searching and stuff like that and finding his business online.
Right. And one of the biggest problems is that if you are going to pay a consultant, you have to be willing to listen to what they say, you know, and follow the recommendations, because he's not an expert in that area. And, you know, we have a proven track record of being experts in that area and being able to make recommendations for his business that would work. Now, what we would find is that he would either A, not take the advice at all, B, agree when we spoke, and then the next time we would speak, it was a completely different plan. And so week to week to week, the plan would change. We'd say, okay, so for next week, we're going to do X, Y, and Z. And then the following week, he would come in with LMNOP, you know? Right. So, you know, but I understand as a small business owner, you want to be in control of things. But there's that point when you have to realize your limits in seeking assistance from people who actually know a little bit more than you about whatever it is you're trying to do.
And, you know, you pay us to come up with these plans and ideas and strategy, and it is your job to follow through. Right. You know, and if the follow through is the part that fails, then of course you're not going to see any good returns on that because the plan wasn't put into action.
When someone is suggesting something for you, they may suggest an entire plan. But if you don't understand why they suggested what they suggested, then you may go through and pick through things that are critical to making sure that plan works. Like if I tell you, hey, you need to make sure that you know, use this particular wording on your ad. Well, if you go through and say, I did everything you said, but I changed the wording, well, then that changes. Yeah,
and then you say the ad I didn't get the response from the ad that I wanted.
Right.
But you changed the secret sauce.
Right. And that's the struggle. Hopefully, will be a lesson learned for him. And
for you. You know, if you're paying consultants or whatever and you see that they're the experts and they're trying to help you to get you onto whatever track that you agreed upon, you know, just listen to them. And, you know, after you follow through, you can assess whether or not it worked. And if not, or if you think it didn't work, you go back to them and you can talk to them about why they think it didn't work. Because everyone in internet marketing knows that you have to adjust campaigns and tactics and all of that till you get to, you know, a greater result. You're never going to get like, you know, 200% return on what you're doing all the time, but you work towards increasing whatever your goals are.
Right. And, you know, with digital marketing, part of it is formulaic, but another part of it is an art, right? It's the art of being able to sell and market to people. And that's the piece of it that not everybody's going to have. So, you know, we wish him well. I guess I'm going to need to craft some sort of response to, you know, his termination of the contract. Not exactly sure what to say because there's parts of me that, you know, I mean, this is a normal feeling to feel a little bit disappointed whenever a client drops off. But at the same time, you know, if they're a troublesome client, it doesn't feel as bad. I mean, you feel it in the resource department because obviously that is revenue that you won't have that you used to have.
So we'll see how it turns out. We'll keep you updated.
Yep, we will. And for other people going through the same thing, stay strong. If you don't have your own business, also, don't let this scare you. Like, this is a normal part of doing business. You know, relationships are formed and they are terminated all the time. That's just the nature of business.
Yeah. And then you pick up clients, lose clients. You know, 4 or 5 months ago, we didn't even have this client. So,
yeah.
You know, that's how it goes.
All right. I can't even get your whole body in there. Get further away from me.
Shoot!
You are silly.
I'm in flip-flops. It's not going to work out.
He never wears flip-flops. So when I saw him wear flip-flops earlier, it was sort of funny. Because I was like, what are you doing in flip-flops?
So, some other time, I'll show you the best cheap slippers that cost $10. I bought 2 pair for $5 there at Walmart. And I guess they discontinued them. And that's what I wear, but my feet were getting real sweaty, so I had to
let your feet air out.
Yeah. But now it's sticky at the bottom. I don't know what's going on with my feet.
Well, maybe I just need to clean them. I'll spray something on them and don't break your ankle. Can you see that rainbow? Let me call Heit so he can see it too. Heit! Come see. Come see. What do you see?
A rainbow?
You gotta be impressed with it. That's a pretty...
rainbow!
Yeah.
Amazing.
What? He's so silly. Anyway, you never know when a little bit of rain, because it's actually still drizzling a little bit, believe it or not. I can hear it. Will lead to a rainbow. So pretty. When we come out here, I just love looking out back. Something about just looking around is so pretty to me.